Hello, my name is Jacob Bennett, and today we are playing an unconventional game. You may have seen a similar game being played before on this channel called Distant Worlds Universe. And what I mean by this is I am now playing Aurora 4X, a very, very deep, low graphics, low graphics aesthetic. It has no graphics whatsoever. 4X game from a website which will be in the description because I completely forgot the name of the company that made that. Pentarch, I think it is. Pentarch, yes. So this game has been in production for ages. I am running version 7.10. On Orbital's channel you may see cooperative, which is basically him mucking around and me teaching him how to play. But if you want to see someone who thinks he's a pro in action, then you've come to the right place. So we're going to start a new... Funny, huh? So we're going to start a new game. We're going to call this the Zero Jake YouTube. And we're going to have the starting date. Starting date. I feel that we want a starting date probably 10 years from now, so that's going to be 2026. That's okay, because it's down in the bottom right corner. It's 15th of the 1st, 2016. Amazing. Right, we need to choose a name for our group, and that's obviously going to be the Zero Jake Alliance. Can't I go capital with that? There we go. So we're human, obviously, and our homeworld name is Earth. I might want to rename that Terra because I'm pedantic, but you know what? Never mind. So my main Empire theme is going to be UK because I'm a UK citizen, and the commander theme is going to be English. So basically this game takes place after the advent of finding Trans-Newtonian resources and discovering Trans-Newtonian technology. However, we're going to start as conventional so that I could go through the game at a slower pace so that people who don't know what the hell's going on might be able to see what the hell's going on. Right, so we've done that. We've done the starting empire parameters for Earth-based start. Species tolerance, we're going to keep that the same. This is basically for terraforming other planets. Yeah, that's that there. We want our starting population. Now, did a massive cull happen on Earth to lead with only 500 million population? Because that's a bit... Yeah, I don't want 500 million population. I want 8 billion population. Which obviously will bump up the amount of research facilities we have. You know, because we have 8 billion population. There's one research facility per 1 million people to start with by default. So we've got wealth creation percentage, all this stuff. So we've got a number of starting shipyards. We're going to keep that at 1. That's basically like shipyards that can produce space-worthy ships. And then we've got research facilities, which is, you know, normal. Basically allows you to research things, obviously. No missile bases for conventional start. I'm going to tick this. No missile bases would be... Well, the missile bases would be the nuclear launch facilities that we have. You know, the billions that we have. But I'm not going to choose that because it's... because I want to do it. I want to create my own defense bases. I'm going to change this sol jump points to 6. This basically increases the potential jump points, and it means that it's easier, well, it's less likely for when you're going to different systems you just get stuck in a small pocket of systems. It was recommended by the developers. So we can also choose to see if the system body survey has been completed on all the planets in Sol, which I'm not going to do, and the jump point survey in Sol is completed. Also, I'm not going to do. We get no starting tech points because, you know, we've just researched Trans-Newtonian technologies, or we're going to. Yeah, that should be good. Right. So we want these. We don't want extra galactic invaders, because they're, you know, they'll destroy everything. Create one or more computer-controlled opponents. NPRs will start in systems generated by Aurora and are hidden from the Space Master. Yes, we want that. We want aliens to be able to allow us to explore new civilizations and blow them up. However, I will make sure that there are none in-game when we start. So the way that you gain new player races is whenever you go to a new system, there's a chance that a new race will be created. That's 30% for us. But if we have none to begin with, that means the universe won't slow down stupidly when we start, because obviously there's going to be a second race that's doing all this stuff. Yeah, so this is all good. Generate only non-TN races. Yeah, sure. We'll be the first race to be Trans-Newtonian. Yeah, the only other thing that I'm going to activate is the orbital motion for asteroids, because that it might slow down the game a bit, but that's fine. Yeah, so this should be good. Creating game. This will take a second. There we go. Game setup is complete, which will allow us to select the 0Jake YouTube save file. Which is kind of cool, just making sure everything's right. Yep, 2026, good. Yeah, that's good. Right, so we can select the game, and this is the game. Welcome. This is the game interface, that's all you need to know. Just kidding. Right, so there's a ton of tabs down here. So Space Master is basically Game Master, which allows you to cheat in things, or set up scenarios. Empire is just, you know, a ton of information about empires. There's calculations and everything, but really the place which you're going to have up most of the time is this, System Maps, which has a hotkey F3, and this will bring up this huge malarkey, which it's actually gone onto the other screen, I believe. Let me change that. There we go. So this is the solar system. Welcome. So if I hit plus on my keyboard, I don't think you can scroll with the mouse key. No, you can't. That's fine. Welcome to the solar system, with all the asteroids and all the bodies that we have detected thus far. As in real life, not in game, because we've detected all of them in game. We detect them at the beginning, but we have to scan all of them. Which is kind of nice. We've got a ton of asteroids. Look, Cyrene, that's a planet in Warhammer 40k. You know, Captain Angelos' homeworld. Psyche, Flora, Echo, Camilla. I don't know why I'm doing this. Right, so here's the solar system, and if we look over here, the third rock from Sol, you know, that's very cryptic because there's a ton of rocks next to Sol, but so here we've got Earth. If we double click on it, that will allow us to select it, and then we've got Luna, which is the moon. It is not called the moon, it is called Luna, and Earth is actually called Terra, but who am I? Where to start? So I guess the easiest thing would be to do is bring up the colony summary. Yes, this game is, as I said, isn't big on the graphics, but it is very deep. It's basically it's going to look like a spreadsheet for most of the time. But yeah, so here we go. We've got all this stats about our planet. We're imperial population on Earth. We've got wealth creation, we've got the population, which percentages are doing what. We've got 5% of it going for agriculture. Annual growth rate 1%. So we're going to increase population. Our populations grow 80 million every year, which is actually going to be a bit ridiculous. They're requesting a lot of protection level. Protection level, if there isn't enough, then they're going to moan about it. I hope that by having it 8 billion, it's not going to kill me. Yeah, so here's a ton of stuff. We're going to have more colonies down this side later. So I've got industry area, so we can build some industry stuff. We're not going to for now, because our industry is rubbish. These are the mining and minerals stuff. So these are all the minerals that can be in the game. Currently, Sorium is highlighted because it's saying, oh god, we're going to run out like in a few days or like next year, and this is because we're refining fuel and we want to stop that. So now if we go back here, it's not complaining because we were going to use more thorium than we could use because we're only getting 11,000 per year and we've only got 100 in the stockpile. And as you can see, this refines quite a lot. What's the number for our current industry? Is it ridiculous? Because it might be ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. Never mind. That possibly because I put 8 billion. That's going to kill me. Right, so we've got this Day and Mill and Sons. Day and Miles and Sons, whatever. That's the name of our shipyard. I'm obviously going to change that, but in the future. So we've got all of this stuff. Duranium is basically iron. You know, thorium is basically fuel. That should make it easier. We've got a shipyard, and we've obviously got our research stuff. And we've got some scientists here, and I was lucky, and I managed to get a construction production spec scientist. There are what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 different technology specializations. And therefore you kind of want 8 main scientists to begin with, but you only begin with 4, and sometimes you can have duplicates, like I have 2 sensors and fire control. It's not particularly good, but it's fine. To be able to progress in the game, we need to get this technology, Trans-Newtonian technology, the starting tech for all Trans-Newtonian technology. I said that quite a lot. And we want to put our specialist on there, so Ashley Talbot, which has a construction production specialization, and also she has a 10% bonus. Now, this bonus applies to all categories. However, if it's their specialization category, it quadruples that bonus. Said here, research bonus ×1 for non-specialized and ×4 for scientist specialization. So what we're going to do is we're going to create this research project, and we're going to assign the maximum amount of labs. And as we can see, the completion date for this will be 18th of September 2026. So that's, you know, this year. We've also got a biology person. Now this biology, I'm basically overpowering it because I put 8 billion. So this is actually pretty quick. I didn't realise that. But anyway, we've got a biology genetics person, and we've got a genetics technology. I don't know. Actually, let's search through all the tech that we can do. So we've got expand civilian economy and underground excavation, spinal mount, which is for energy weapons. We've got orbital habitat module. We probably want that. Let's get. Actually, no. Let's check everything else. So we've got missiles, kinetic weapons. We don't have anything. Energy power and citizen fire control. Let's go to logistics. Let's get the orbital habitat module and give it to Max Simmons because he's got 20% bonus. And we're going to give him all the labs. And there we go. It's going to be completed 1st of November. Pretty nice. What else can we do? Okay, so just to notice, each research lab generates 200 research points. And obviously the bonus applies to how much research points your labs are getting. There is research that can increase this value, and also each scientist has a maximum amount of labs that they can assign to themselves. Yes, that just might clear the room. We want this minimum engine power modifier because it will increase fuel efficiency whilst decreasing power of engines. We get to design our own engines, so that's going to be fun. We want to create something like that. There we go. We've got 15 labs left. That's fine. We'll just allocate a simple piece of technology, which is probably going to be our energy weapon spinal mount because nothing else matters. And there we go. We've got 10 labs left. That's probably going to come up as a notification. But yeah, so that's all our labs assigned, all our scientists assigned. We've got research coming out the wazoo. First research ends 18th of September, so that's going to be like before the year is up. That's fine. Yeah, cool. So we can probably exit this tab. So it's technically it's turn-based because you, but it's got a ton of turn increments, which I find very nice. However, industry and science only happens on 5-day increments, otherwise it'll be ridiculous. You just add 5 seconds and add 5 seconds, and yeah. There's going to be one more thing that I want to get. I don't know where it is. Is it in display 2? Where is it? Let's go display. There's going to be something, show events. So in the bottom corner we can see show events. New shipping lane created, carrier lines. So we've got a company called Hargreaves Carrier Lines, which is a civilian company, and I didn't make it whatsoever. So that should be fine. So if we click this 30-day button, everything should move around. Ooh, it moved. It's going to tell us that we have 10 inactive research labs. That's not going to stay there for long. Colonel Kate Fuller has developed a medical problem that will affect his long-term health. Currently assignment unassigned. Ah, yes. So we've got all these like people that we need to assign to different things. So we've got a Governor of Earth job that we need to give to one of our people. At the top right we can see their bonuses. So political reliability bonus and everything. What we want is we want a mining bonus, a shipbuilding bonus, a factory production bonus. Actually, this guy, this Owen dude, is amazing, and he is going to be the Governor of Earth. Assign. There we go. There we go, we have a Governor of Earth. Excellent. And then I'm just gonna... So let's go over... Okay, so we want automated assignments, so that means that, you know, all the officers, when I hit next turn, are going to be assigned to the specific areas, because we have actually got, if we go to naval officers, we've got some... Oh. I was thinking we had some armies, you know, our regular tank divisions. Ground forces officers. Okay. Oh, yep, there we go. We've got a ton of infantry divisions. There we go, found it. So we're going to save close, and then we're going to hit the 30-day button. So we've got a ton of assignments. That's fine. So not everyone will be assigned, but that's going to be fine. We have 10 inactive research labs, so we can just continue clicking this button until it comes September. Research completed. Have we? Okay. Well, we have a tech completed. That's fine. So that was what? Power propulsion, minimum engine power. That's good. Let's get the second one up. Oh, and he's no, he hasn't increased. So I was thinking he increased his maximum amount of labs available, but no. Let's continue the turns. Yes, I know inactive lab. I know we have inactive labs. I know we have inactive labs. And we have research completed, so that will be our Trans-Newtonian technology. Very easy to say very quickly. And now, as you can see, we have a ton of stuff to research. Easy. Okay. So, we have resources on Earth. Earth being here. If I can find it. Here we go. So we only have resources available to us on Earth. So if we go to mining, we have 11 million tons of stuff, Trans-Newtonian materials. However, this is all we have until we go out to the other planets and mine them. And well, we don't really know what's on the other planets because we don't have people on there. So we have to solve that. And the way that we're going to do that is, minimum engine power. You can have more research labs. Excellent. Right. So let's get our construction production dude. He's going to do some construction production, and that's probably going to be, the research rate. Increasing the research rate to 240. Excellent. Let's do that. Easy money. You know, that's going to be completed. What? 18th of June next year. Excellent. Let's hit the 30-day timer. And we have completed new research. That research being orbital habitat module. That's fine. So this is our sensors and fire control, which is exactly the person I needed. To be able to scan planets to see if they have materials on them, we need geological survey sensors. So let's give that to Max Simmons, because he is the Max. I might rename my scientists after people of note, you know, people who comment and like and subscribe and things like that. Yeah, just an incentive. And also we can actually queue technology in case we want to not have to go to this screen every time we complete a tech. But, you know, that actually might be good for our biology person, because ahead of time I'm going to start putting some terraformation stuff, because that's going to be very handy. So we can just continue time. Sadly, we're going to have the inactive lab thing, so I can't actually hit the auto turns, which will automatically go through these, until we get someone who's good at that. Let's go back. So we have sensors and fire control. Main dude has completed the geological survey sensors. Excellent. What we want to do is we actually want to give this guy pressurized water reactor so that we can start producing nuclear thermal engines, which is basically the next tier of engine. But I don't need the next tier of engine because I'm excellent. Well, I'm most excellent, as you know. There's supposed to be a guitar thing after that, but I guess it didn't happen. We can actually get the upgrade. So geological survey sensors we need to put on a ship, but we don't have a ship, and we're going to need to design a ship. I'm just going to set this guy to get the better one whilst we're doing things. Yeah. Okay, so we've completed research which allows us to use Trans-Newtonian technologies. We have the ability to scan other planets, but we need a ship. Join me in the next episode where we will build a ship to go to every planet in this solar system and find out where all the jackpot is, so that we can continue expanding the Zero Jake Alliance empire thing. Until then, my name is Jacob Bennett, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.